It was once just an idea until breaking ground in November of 2016, and now here it is in all its glory. Spectacular SoFi Stadium here in metropolitan Los Angeles. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Cleveland Browns and the Los Angeles Chargers. First quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. Joe Reed returning. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down. Herbert now. Flushed out right. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Herbert on 3rd down now. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their own 26. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. Chubb will have the 1st down and much more. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Mayfield on play action. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. Not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
His throw here's incomplete. Jalen Guyton, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Browns drive about to get started, and following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. And CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game with their victory a week ago. But what's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner?
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Michael Davis. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. Touchdown, LA! Mike Williams, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
2nd down, here's Chubb again. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Mayfield on 3rd and 2. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
But they're certainly not neglecting their run duties as well as they ate up the blockers in front and allowed the secondary to get home.
The start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it 2nd down. And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. Picked by Kenneth Murray.
This is too easy.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. So that's now 3 first-half interceptions, and that last one even costlier as it's returned for 6 points. So as a quarterback, how do you regain your focus?
Well, QB 101 says you never show them that you're sweating. Still act like you're the guy that you've thrown 6 touchdown passes, not 3 interceptions. But he's human. He's got to face up to his teammates. He's got to own up to that. See if he can brace up and also not look over his shoulder and see his backup starting to warm up. It's going to be a tough one for him.
The Browns drive about to get started. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Nick Chubb saw his role kind of diminish in the passing game last year. His receptions went down from 36 to just 16, but let's be fair about this. He missed some time with a knee injury, And he also had Kareem Hunt in the backfield, who absorbed a lot of catches along the way. He's more than capable of adding to their passing game.
The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. Mayfield now. And that's incomplete. The intended receiver was Rashard Higgins. And it's third down.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around. Or is he a guy that maybe you've seen enough and it's time to go to the backup? But right now what you're rooting for is your defense to help keep you in the game, to give him an opportunity to get back on track.
Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do because what they normally will do is run routes that will pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
On first down, Justin Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Badgley able to punch this one through. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
The Browns drive about to get started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. Mayfield off the play fake. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. 39 yards there, a big one for an offense that has not found the end zone yet. That's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. From the red zone now, Mayfield. And it's caught. Touchdown. Rashard Higgins, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Here's Reed returning. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. The Charger drive about to get going. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Going deep here for Allen. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Final 24 seconds of the first half as they come up here 1st and 10. Following the interception, Mayfield. They set up the screen to Chubb. 7 yards there on the first down screen play. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Looking to throw again on second down. Mayfield. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. And it's 3rd and short. Throwing. Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. Throwing quickly, and Herbert completes it. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Browns drive about to get started. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
Kenneth Murray, the Chargers' leading tackler, as a rookie last year, in on the stop. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Mayfield to throw it. But he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On third down, Mayfield. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Charger drive about to get going. After the turnover, here's Herbert. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available. An incompletion as a result.
Third quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. This pass finds its way to Williams. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Escaping the pressure right. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. That's good for 28 yards. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, Herbert. On the screen, this is Eckler. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Here's Herbert. Open man, Parham. He's got him. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 25 yards that time. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team, both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
On 2nd and 11 now. Herbert. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off by John Johnson. And these guys are going to hand the football back as the third quarter comes to an end. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Browns' drive about to get started. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mayfield. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Mayfield looks to throw. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. He won't find a ton of space following the display of power as he's down just inside the 45. Not much there, only a yard. 2nd and 9 from the 44. And again, it's Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the rookie Asante Samuel. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now Herbert off the bootleg. Rolling to his left. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. John Johnson with the INT. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. A give. This is Chubb. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They run it again with Chubb. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now Mayfield. Being chased out left. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and I feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
The Charger drive about to get going. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays, they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A nice pickup of 17 yards. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Herbert now to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important fourth down. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. On the ground with a tight end. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. Victory formation time for the Chargers. They take a knee. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Herbert to a knee, and that should just about write it into this one. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling. Yeah, I don't know if this one right here when they're taking a knee is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win, needed one desperately.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
So this one's over. It's in the win column for the L.A. Chargers. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game